You're tuned in to the Foxboro BeatCast, a podcast for Patriots fans by Patriots fans. And here are your hosts, is Kaleb McChesney and Ryan Moore.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Foxboro BeatCast. I'm your host, Kaleb McChesney. Alongside me, as usual, my co-host, Ryan Moore. Ryan, I understand that we have some breaking news as it pertains to the New England Patriots.
Yeah, as of, I guess a half hour ago, Drake Maye is taking over.
You hear that, people? It's gonna be May this weekend in Foxboro, donning the red throwback jerseys. Number 3 overall pick out of the UNC, quarterback Drake Maye will take over as your starter. Not the news I was looking for.
No,
there's a really just athletic linebacker that just got cut from the Eagles that I think the Patriots should be taking a look at.
Oh God, no, we're not doing this. No,
it's too early to ruin the
Devin White
vibes.
signs in New England, I am walking off the show. All right, I'm retiring.
Is it too late to ruin the vibes on Drake Maye just by bringing up Devin White?
No, because I'm still stoked for Drake Maye no matter what. I mean,
that's right. After a 1-4 abysmal start, Patriots lose again. By the way, 15-10, I believe the final score was.
Who cares? Game sucked.
Yeah, we'll talk about it a little bit. But we're a little bit more apt to bury that football because we got a new quarterback coming in. So let's just kick off the show with that. Let's not bury the lead here. Let's ride the momentum. So Ryan, the quarterback switched. Maye is coming in. Brissett out. Couple of questions for you. The first one being, what is a reasonable expectation as to like what we're getting into?
All right, a reasonable expectation is I do think there is going to be more aggressiveness, for better or for worse, in the offense. You know, Jacoby did get to a point where he kind of got punch drunk and he was kind of not pushing the ball down the field. There's a lot of clips you'll see of receivers wide open and either, Jacoby's either getting crunched or he's just kind of gun shy, all that stuff. I don't think Drake Maye is going to be gun shy. I think you're going to see a lot of aggressive throws. And like I said, for better or for worse, you're going to see some highlights. You're going to probably see a few interceptions. You might see a few dumb sacks or a few dumb hero plays. But I do think he will bring this team a lot more of a spark than Jacoby will. And, I mean, it's already too late. As of right now, we're picking first. So we're probably not making the playoffs. We knew that. But a realistic expectation is I do think Drake Maye will bring life into this team again.
I pretty much agree with what you said. I don't know how much better it'll be because, again, it's not going to be this like. It's going to be more dynamic at the very least. I 100% agree with you there. Jacoby Brissett, hats off to him. I mean, he led a commendable. He did a commendable job sitting in the place and doing his job. He didn't throw a ton of interceptions. He didn't make a lot of stupid plays. He didn't put the ball in harm's way. Like, we knew it was a limited ceiling, and we knew what we were getting into with Brissett, and he was a leader. He was functional. It was just it got stale. It got old.
He kind of played the role of human punching bag for the first 4 or 5 weeks of the year, man. That's tough. Like, that's a tough role, man. But
no, he got the crap kicked out of him, and he deserves all the credit in the world.
Yeah. But like you said, it got stale and it got to a point where it's like, we can't have this. Like, this is not an NFL offense. This isn't even an NFL team right now. Like, the defense is playing fine, but like the special teams is actually elite. But like the offense is so bad. It's like last year that they're just not a team. And I mean, Jacoby Brissett debunked it. I think it was this morning about Evan Lazar's comment that we didn't even get to last week. But
yeah, sorry about that. I just had to
you're
get sick
good.
and die. I still got a little bit of a cough. Like I'll sit back here and I'll go.
Yeah, welcome to my
the wind
life.
goes through.
Like from like August until the beginning of September.
I don't get sick often, but when I do, it's bad.
I'm with you on that. Like when I get sick, it's like a week and a half, 2 week type thing before I'm better.
But these baby blue eyes are back, and this beautiful face is back, and excited to get back here talk about Patriots football. We missed a couple of stuff last week.
Yeah, I do want to get to the mutiny thing though.
I'm a big Evan Lazar fan. I'm a big fan of the Patriots media team. I'm a big fan of their podcast, Patriots Unfiltered. I don't listen to a lot of Catch 22 because it's like the Coleman podcast. It gets into the weeds. It gets into the tape. It gets into a lot of words that I don't understand because I'm not smart enough. Simply put, but Lazar, he's a good dude with good intentions, and I think he's being genuine when he says he got a little carried away in the spirit of the discussion and he let that slip out or didn't put that correctly, and he got the flack. It was like a 50-50 response, I feel like, from Patriots fans. Half of them were like, "Oh, free Evan! Like he's saying the truth, and the Krafts are punishing him. The Krafts are making him go on Joe Murray and apologize." Like it's not that. I think he made a mistake and he got carried away. And
yeah,
I think Gerard Mayo still has the support of the locker room 100%. That's not my concern with Gerard Mayo. I do have concerns with Gerard Mayo, but that's not it.
I do too. But I do think though that, and it's funny you brought up Coleman because I remember hearing this from Coleman, and it's about the former player element as a head coach. Former players understand locker rooms quite well, at least, to a degree of like, hey, I've been, John Mayo was a fucking captain of the Patriots for years, man. He understands it. He understands how guys feel. And I think, I'll be honest, I don't think there was a mutiny, but I do think it would have boiled to a point if Brissett kept on starting, that it would lead to the receivers and the pass, like just pass catchers in general.
And I do think that was Lazar's larger point.
Yeah, that like it would get to a point as a former player where you need to understand. All right, the better quarterback's not on the field. These receivers are out here basically doing cardio right now. We need to get some life back into this team because there's no, like, you look at Jacoby Brissett's stat lines, man. I'm sorry, that's unplayable. Like,
want me to read them off for you?
Yeah, they're bad. Like, has he even had a 200-yard passing game this year?
A 200-yard passing game? I would be shocked.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Let's go to the box score. Week 1 versus Cincinnati. A game where I think we agree that he played pretty well.
He played solid.
15 of 24, 121 yards. And right after that, Gerard Mayo said that way of play was unsustainable. In Seattle, he had 15 of 27, 149, and 1. But remember, there was only 30 yards of passing in the second half. Let's see here. Against the Jets, I don't really want to talk about it. 12 of 18, 98 yards. Got sacked 5 times. And then in San Francisco, 19 of 32, 168, 1 touchdown, 1 pick. The pick, he threw at Fred Warner. He tried to make a play, and Fred Warner was just that guy. I don't think that I'm going to crush Jacoby for that. Fred Warner is that.
If I remember correctly, I think there was he could have probably threw the ball earlier.
No, I'm sure that is a big Jacoby concern. And then last week it was as close to 200 as he got, 18 to 34, 160. So in totality, Jacoby Brissett in his tenure with the New England Patriots as the starter in 2024. He was 1-4, 58.5% completion percentage, 696 yards, and 2 touchdowns.
You can't have that over 5 weeks. You can't.
No. I get we're supposed to be a run-first offense, but, like, that's it. Drake Maye, listen, I have some criticism when like after week 1, he's like, yeah, that way of playing is unsustainable. I feel like to a level, that way of play is how we're going to win football games this year. Just like ground and pound, low scoring, just take him to the hill. Remember that? Take him to the hill.
Take him to the hills.
That was the way we were going to win football games. And Drake Maye, I feel like, shot that down a little too premature. And then in Seattle, we open up throwing the ball instead of running it, and we kind of get exposed because we don't really have a real passing game. And then the week after that, the week after that, the week after that, I don't know. Will be more electric, will be more dynamic. There will be more plays to be had. He's not going to hesitate to make those big throws that Jacoby sometimes does. But God, like, I don't want to be the Debbie Downer, but there's going to be a ceiling here with Drake Maye that I think we're kind of underselling. As a collective, not us two. Us two we are very in tune with what's about to happen.
Yeah, we're realistic enough to understand that, like, let's be real, they're probably finishing with 5 or 6 wins at most this year. Like,
that's a good year.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. That's still a top 10 pick. If May can make this team watchable and show flashes that give you optimism for next year, that's all I want. That's all I want to see. And anything more than that, and you're like, let's fucking go. Like, we gotta go. You feel energized like Commanders fans feel right now, and like Texans fans felt last year, where all this doom and gloom goes away because this rookie is so good. I think really what they're gonna have to do offensively, and I agree with you, and to take them to the hills, as like they need to figure out what the fuck's going on for Montre, because are you benching
I think he's
him
out
or
of the doghouse now.
Yeah, I mean,
did wonders on my bench in fantasy.
I still started him in one of my leagues, and I thrived off that. But yeah,
let's see, what was the stat line after being benched? 12 carries, 89 yards, and a score. Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah,
pretty good stuff.
Yeah, listen, you got to send a message to him. I don't know if benching is a message. My message.
Hey, he didn't start. He didn't start, and then he came in. No fumbles.
No fumbles. Yeah. I don't know. I would have probably preferred. Like, I don't know. I just thought there was a little bit too much mess there. Like,
this offense was a mess last week.
Yeah.
Like I have some rants that I'm going to tear this team apart for how they acted last week, for how they played last week. Like, it was unacceptable on like all accounts except for special teams. And
that game fucking sucked. Let's just call a spade a spade. Like that was like last year's Patriots. Like, in a game,
it was.
Everything just looked. Okay, defensively they played all right, but like, fuck, you're going against Tyler Huntley. Come on.
And Keon White had like 3 roughing the passer penalties.
Yeah.
A horse collar.
You know
headbutt to the quarterback.
You know what? I need to talk about this.
No, we have. I have one more question for you. Then we'll talk about the Patriots Dolphins game.
Okay, fine.
Who does this benefit the most? This move, besides Drake Maye, who does this benefit the most? Who stands the most to gain from Drake Maye becoming the starter this week?
I would definitely say Demario Douglas. Demario Douglas and Jalen Polk. I genuinely think if Jacoby started another week, those two fuckers would have started a mutiny themselves, man. They would have been like, all right, everyone join the Jacoby Brissett hate club. Population 2. Like, dude, that would have like Demario Douglas was it versus San Francisco? He was like fucking going like nuclear.
Yeah, the body language is bad. Yeah.
Yeah. And Polk, I mean, I've said this for like weeks now. Among separation rates, he is one of the highest, and not just rookies in the league. And Demario Douglas is up there too. Like they're getting a lot of separation. Drake's gonna get these guys the ball. Like,
yeah, but then my question is, how quick does that separation rate go down because they actually respect our passing game? Like, is Jalen Polk and Demario Douglas all that, or do corners just not respect us and are falling asleep?
Well, I mean, two things.
It's a valid question.
They are definitely stacking the box against New England, daring them to run, because Ramondre is the only thing that is worth a shit. But I do think that Polk is one of those guys where it kind of doesn't matter how much separation he has. Like, he's getting it, obviously, at a damn good level. But like, his big calling point out of college was the fact that he could make these tough grabs. Like, he's like the perfect Drake Maye guy in terms of like, he makes just these tough, nasty grabs. Like we saw versus the San Francisco, the one that didn't count. Like, that's a tough, nasty grab. And if it's college, that's a catch. In the NFL, I mean, that's a tight sideline throw. I'm not gonna kill him for that. I'm not getting the toes and bound like we did Keishon Booty last year when he couldn't toe tap it at all. Yeah, you know what? I also gotta say this as well. Keishon Booty could benefit from this too. He played. You know what? He was one of my few like kind of stars of the game in the sense of like there wasn't many to highlight, but he played really well.
No, we're foregoing studs and duds this week. There was a lot of duds.
Duds roster. Yeah, I think the receivers, and I'll say this now: if he's on your waiver wire in fantasy, trust me, I tried trading for him a couple times in our dynasty league. I would go get Jalen Polk. I would go get him. I think he's on
waivers in my redraft, but it's just like I have so many receivers. Like, who am I going to cut?
I know that's the tough part, man. His receivers so deep, but like, if
can I
you're
trade Calvin Ridley for like anything in redraft?
Dude, Ridley has been. I'm kind of glad we dodged that bullet. I'll be real. He's been not good.
Yeah, but Patriots lose.
All right. Yeah. Back to the other point. Patriots suck.
12 penalties for 105 yards. Keon White, he's got to tone it down. He's got to play in structure.
Yeah. He like we saw versus San Francisco, the run defense was abysmal. Like, he was constantly like he looked like fucking Cassius Marsh, like just more deezed up out there. Like, he was just,
What's your beef with Cassius Marsh? For those who don't know,
terrible at football. Also tried shit talking Patriots fans and the Patriots culture by saying it wasn't fun, when in reality it wasn't fun watching.
Is that
play
post
football.
Still up where you commented?
Oh yeah, it might be. I'm like, well, at least you can post better than you can set an edge.
And he replied to you.
Yeah, he thought it was funny. I mean, I don't know if he's being condescending and sarcastic or not, or he actually found it funny, but hey, I got him.
Couldn't set an edge against your grandma. Neither can Josh Uche.
That's the thing.
Neither can Josh Uche.
Yeah, Josh Uche is just. Can we get anything for him, like trade wise?
He is on a cheap contract, and he is a volume sack guy. Like, he's like Judon Jr.
Yeah, he's like Judon if Judon kind of sucked.
Well, listen, Uche is hyper athletic. He can do a couple. He's not a liability in coverage. He can rush the passer. He's just useless in run defense. He's
like 65% of Calvin Noy.
Yeah. He's like Lions, Kyle Van Noy.
Yeah. Like the tools are there. It's just the one tool that isn't there is backbreakingly bad.
You put him in Minnesota. I mean, the league's in trouble.
Flores would probably
Flores is a damn good coach.
cook with them.
Yeah.
I'll working. Yeah. Flores, man, he's getting a head coaching job, isn't he? I'm on data.
Huh. Interesting. Anyways, I have some beef with Jalen Polk from last week.
Is it about the touchdown?
It's about the touchdown and everything that transpired after that. So, obviously, I had never heard this rule before, where he catches it in the back of the end zone and your feet are backwards, so a toe tap doesn't count. I had never heard of that before. But, whatever. As a fan, me and you can be mad about it. As a player, Jalen Polk, grow up. You're sitting there causing a scene, going to the sideline, egging the fans to boo the referees. Like, you are an NFL player. Grow up. Be an adult.
Yeah, that wasn't the most mature thing ever. He's a rookie.
Bill Belichick would have, like, buried you if you acted this way. And it's kind of, this becomes a Gerard Mayo thing for me. Like, I get he's a player's coach. He wants to be a little more loose than Bill. He's too loose. He's far too loose.
You need to put the foot down a little. It's kind of like the mid 2010 Steelers culture, just without like the fucking talent right now.
Yeah, no, you don't have this. You don't have the psycho talent, so like it's not as bad. But Jalen Polk is a rookie receiver, and he's throwing a fit on the sideline, and Gerard Mayo just sits there and watches it.
Yeah, you need to. That's the thing. You look at the penalties in this team, man. Not good. They're not.
No, absolutely
they're not disciplined. They're playing.
If the Patriots
really
were disciplined, if the Patriots were disciplined, and Gerard Mayo were a more experienced head coach, the team might be 3-2 right now.
Yeah, they might have come.
That's not far fetched. But this is the kind of like Gerard Mayo. He's got a lot of growing to do. He's got a lot of things to learn. And it was evident. Jalen Polk, again, that's mostly my beef with him. You throw a fit on the sideline after you don't get the touchdown, and then he did the same thing last week, didn't he? Like he didn't get
kind of bitching on the field,
and then he reposts it on his Instagram. Like,
that's like I said, Gerard, put your foot down.
We're on to the next game, guys. We're on to the next play. You get your ass in the huddle, and you run the play. And you do what you're supposed to do, because you are an NFL player. Don't worry. So, yeah. Just something we gotta work on. We have a off-the-field story to get to. I really was disappointed to hear this on Monday morning. Patriots captain, defensive captain, safety Jabrill Peppers, arrested with. Let me pull up the legal language, because I don't want to just like sum this up and get something wrong. I feel like I know most of the details. I know most of the story, but I don't want to. Let's get the true word out here. Early Saturday morning at like 4 a.m., police charged and arrested Jabrill Peppers with assault and battery, assault with a dangerous weapon, strangulation, and possession of a Class B substance, which is now known to be cocaine. So now that we have the legal language out there, just to quickly sum it up, if you weren't following this story during the weekend, Jabrill Peppers has had this off and on girlfriend for 3-ish years. And after having relations, the girlfriend got a phone call from somebody, and Peppers got really upset. He wanted to get her out of the apartment. An argument ensued. And then allegedly, Jabrill Peppers choked this woman 6 times, slammed her head against the wall, took her clothes, and threw her outside.
Not good.
pretty violent stuff, and the Crafts are for every fault that we'll give him for their football acumen post Bill and post Brady. They do not tolerate this kind of crap.
No, they do not.
He should be cut right now.
Well, okay. So what I'm gonna say is this.
I don't care about the legal process. Something happened here, and like I get the legal, like again, innocent until proven guilty. But you are representing the New England Patriots. This is going to be a story as long as he's on the team. When they travel to London, this is going to be the story. The New England Patriots. Again, it's a little buried because Drake Maye is starting, which honestly couldn't have come to a better time as it pertains to this story. But as soon as something about Antonio Brown came out, we cut him. As soon as something about Christian Peter came out, we didn't even wait till he showed up at Foxboro. He was cut the next day. The Patriots have a zero tolerance for this kind of stuff, and they don't care if it's alleged. Something happened here. Like nobody just gets arrested for domestic assault.
That's the tough thing, man.
I think that he needs to be released. Just be over this story. Be done with him.
I'm of two minds where I hate to say it, but I do think there should be a little bit, because his lawyer is saying there's video evidence and stuff like that. Okay.
It's also his attorney.
It is also his attorney.
So, grain of salt.
I'm gonna say you keep him away from the team. You wait until the legal process plays out. And if he's guilty, or if there's any sort of evidence that he was striking her or choking her or whatever, bye. You get the fuck off our team.
So the Crafts better be doing their homework right now.
Yeah, I don't know, because like I don't like jumping the gun on legal situations from time to time where like, you know, you end up saying, "Oh, he's guilty," you know, get him the fuck off. Like these are nasty allegations, all this shit, and then it turns out like either, I don't want to say exaggerated, but like, you know, they weren't. That player wasn't guilty, or you know, there was more to the story, or blah 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 blah. Or I look at like the Matariza situation as an example, where you come to think, all right, these details are nasty, like, and he got legally cleared, like found not guilty. There was evidence that cleared him, all that shit. I don't know. That I want to wait with Jabrill Peppers, and I want to wait till the legal process plays out. This is all not the best worded. It's kind of tough. I'm not a legal expert. All I just want to say is just shitty situation, shitty arrest, shitty everything. Just sucks.
There's some level of me. It's like, why do you have a situation like this? Something had to have gone wrong somewhere. You're involved with somebody, and it's not a great relationship. You're not carrying yourself the way that you should. I don't know. There's some level of conduct here that I just feel like I don't want associated with my football team.
Yeah,
these aren't the kind of stories I want about my
right?
football player.
That's the thing.
So that's why personally I'm ready to let him go, and I'm ready to just be done with it.
Like I said, mine's just I would prefer to wait just to see like if he really fucked up, or if maybe there's video evidence, because people, there's something out there that said like, oh, she was trying to ruin his career or whatever, some shit like that. It might have been from his attorney. Like, she's like, I'm gonna get back at you, all this bullshit. I don't fucking know. I really don't know. I hate cases like this. I hate cases like domestic violence. I hate cases like fucking, sexual assault, because it all gets really brutal. And
I'd be okay with throwing him on IR for the rest of the year.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, give him
he's got a bum knee. Throw him on IR.
Well, his fucking hip is bugging him. Bye. I don't know.
But if the Crafts do their homework and figure it out and cut him before this whole thing goes to trial, I applaud him. Be done.
Yeah.
They have more intel than either of us will ever see.
Right.
They are well connected with these Boston
Kraft,
police officers.
I'm sure Kraft probably has the video evidence.
He's probably seen the video him damn self.
Yeah.
Jabrill, show me your house cameras.
Yeah. We'll see.
So yeah, that was the big news out of the weekend before Drake Maye.
A lot of this is poorly worded on my end, I should say. Like I'm kind of like I'm not used to talking about shit like this, and
listen, nobody wants to talk about it, but it's our star defensive player. It's our captain. Yeah. Have we named the interim captain in the meantime? Who's the candidate for that at this point?
Dude, someone pointed out like a lot of the Patriots captains, like I think it's like 3 out of the 5 have been knocked out for the year.
Bentley done. Andrews done. Jabrill arrested.
Jacoby benched.
Dietrich Wise is the last one.
Not like the other.
Dietrich Wise is the last one.
Joe Cardona.
Yeah. Was Dietrich Wise a captain? Am I getting that wrong?
Dietrich Wise is the captain.
Okay. So, yeah, I don't even know who'd be next man up for the captaincy on the defense. Kyle Duggar?
Probably would be him.
Jelani Tavai?
Yeah.
Devon Godshaw on his podcast?
Yeah, Drake Maye. New captain. Let's go. Look at me, I am the captain now.
Mac Jones was the captain his rookie year, wasn't he?
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, like, if you're a starting quarterback, you almost always get captain right away. Or like,
as you should. If your quarterback's not a captain, there's a problem.
Yeah. Kind of like a hard right turn. Do we have anything else about this fucking team or?
Kendrick Bourne, 1 catch, 6 yards.
He's another player that I think could benefit from Drake. But yeah, nothing more. Like, I don't have anything else about this week.
Defense sucked.
Yeah.
Like, offensive line, though, played a little better. Nick Leverett wasn't a total disaster.
I don't know about that one, Jim.
He wasn't a total disaster. They weren't the reason we lost that game. That wasn't the reason we lost that game. The offensive line was far from the reason. They've been the reason the other times. They were far from it this time around.
I'm talking about Leverett. I don't think Leverett was good.
Well, I didn't say he was good. I just said he wasn't a total disaster.
Yeah. I mean, I guess with this O-line, you kind of just need guys that aren't total fucking disasters.
Listen, it's a small win. They didn't absolutely suck. The offensive line as a whole unit.
Yeah.
But they were playing a Dolphins pass rush that has like nobody. Like Calais Campbell's old as hell.
They kind of lost a lot of guys.
Zach Sealer, I mean, who is that?
Sealer's a good player, actually.
Chop Robinson's a rookie. Emmanuel Ogbah had a sack. And Calais Campbell had half
you got Emmanuel Ogbah in 2024.
Like, it wasn't bad, but the Dolphins also don't have a good pass rush. The Texans, on the other hand, they might be pretty good.
Yeah.
Want to get into this Texans game coming up?
Yeah.
So they might get a break with Nico Collins being out. He's week to week. Joe Mixon's questionable. Damian Pierce. You might get Cam Akers again. Titus Howard questionable this week. What do you like about this Texans roster? Like, tell me. Like, you're a football head. Tell me what you know about these Texans.
Well, oh my God, that was bad.
Whoa,
that was bad. Yeah, I'm still going through puberty at 23 years old. Sorry.
Want to try that again?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, this is what happens when you kind of like allergies or congesting your entire fucking system. Voice starts cracking and shit. You're talking a lot. All right. The Texans offense is is elite, man. Like, even without Nico Collins, who's been one of the best receivers in football the past couple of years, dude, you got to go against Stephon Diggs, who's historically owned you guys. And you got to go against fucking Tank Dell.
My boy. Love Tank Dell.
Not fun. Yeah, not fun. And then they have like the deepest receiving room in the league, man. Like, they have like Xavier Hutchinson, who I've been high on. They got John Mechie.
We were kind of hoping that Xavier Hutchinson got cut, didn't we?
Yeah, him and Xavier Johnson. 2 Xaviers. Oh, what's this?
We didn't get either.
Oh, we just got some breaking news here in the NFL. Derek Carr is going to miss multiple weeks.
Yeah, we'll talk about it later.
Anyway, back to
anything to avoid this smackdown that's about to be laid on us.
They got a pretty good O-line. They got, I mean, CJ Stroud is a special talent. Like,
I hate his voice.
You seem to hate a lot of things.
That's my critique. I hate his voice.
Yeah, well, you can hate his voice, and you can also hate when he fucking throws for 4 touchdowns on our head.
Like, I want the Patriots fans to be so loud in Gillette Stadium I can't hear it. They gotta do silent count. Like, I don't know what it is about his voice, but it feels really like kiddish. It's really nasally. It's really weird. Like, I don't know what it is.
He does have a bit of a weird voice, yeah.
Like, it's like a kind of like a preppy Patrick Mahomes. Like, Patrick Mahomes has a little bit of a gnarl to him. Like, his is just like pure nasal. Like, it's Kermit. It's Kermit. Like, when he was a teenager. Like,
yeah.
I don't know.
Anyway.
I don't know what it is. That's my only critique. He's a fantastic football player.
He's so fucking good, dude. Like, he's it's him and Burrow that are leading kind of the pocket passer renaissance again in the NFL. I would say, like, the post, like, Brady, Manning, Breeze, era, Matt Ryan, Phil Rivers, all those guys that played primarily just in the pocket. They're bringing it back. It's not every quarterback has to, be these throw on the run playmaker type improvisers. These two are just cool in the pocket, dot them up. Love it. I don't even care about his voice. I love CJ Stroud, one of my favorite football players in the league. It's gonna suck having to watch him probably shred this team. Anyway,
they got Shaq Mason.
They do have Shaq Mason. They have Laramie Tunsil, who's pretty fucking good.
They have Dalton Keene on injured reserve.
Dalton Keene's gonna come off that game with like one leg or whatever and be like, "I'm ready, coach. Let me in."
Just a reminder, folks. Nick Caserio built this roster.
He's done a pretty damn good job of it too.
And I think we realized who was the problem in Foxboro.
Yeah. Defensively, though, okay, this is where it's going to be hell because they got an elite pass rushing duo.
Will Anderson
and Daniil Hunter.
Mario Edwards.
Not fun. Not fun
Henry
at all.
202.
Yeah, 202. He's a really good linebacker.
Azeez Al-Shahir, Houston's leading tackler on Sunday.
Yeah, I saw he got injured. I don't know if he's ready to play. Or did he get injured? I think it was him that got hurt on that play. I don't know. He's a really good football player.
He threw a punch that the refs missed last month.
Yeah, I remember.
Derek Stingley Jr.
They have a great rookie. They have 2 really great rookies, I should say.
On defense?
Kamari Lassiter and Kalen Bullock.
Kamari Lassiter is the corner, and then Bullock is the safety. Yep.
And
Jalen Petrie.
Petrie's really good too.
And Stingley obviously is a
I was kind of like, I was like, wait, who else am I missing? Derek Stingley is finally playing. Like, he's always kind of struggled with injuries, even going back to his days at LSU, man. Fun fact, his grandpa is Darryl Stingley, I believe, former Patriot, has an unfortunate lore to him. And the unfortunate lore is he got paralyzed.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that is unfortunate.
Yeah. I believe his grandpa's Daryl Stingley. I'm trying to. Hey, Derek Stingley. Well, you can look it up. Daryl Stingley while you're at. Derek Stingley is elite, man. Like my comp for him coming out of the draft was Stephon Gilmore, and I mean, he's playing like a Stephon Gilmore. I'll tell you that, man. And I gotta say, man, D'Amico Ryans, that defense, like
great
the way
coach.
he
Yeah.
got that defense cooked up is just fuck.
Who's calling their offense?
It is a brutal week. I will say this: they should have started Drake last week if they're going to pull the plug,
Or next week.
or next week. I don't know.
Bobby Slowick is the Texans offensive coordinator. He was a passing game coordinator with the 49ers. So no wonder
He's
they're
so good. Slowick is such a good coach, man.
We couldn't bring in that guy?
No. Because the Patriots need to you either need to be a former Patriot or I don't fucking know.
Or talk at a delayed airport, or while you're waiting for an airplane, just talk to people about the trip you just went on in Israel.
Yeah.
God, I hate the nepotism of this team. It's not like we have a good tree. Like it's just crab apples everywhere. Like this is a crab apple tree. This isn't an apple tree. This isn't like an orange tree. Like this is crab apples.
Yeah. Can we at least hire like the guy that was predominantly responsible for the Patriots dynasty in some capacity? Like, can we tell Tom to get out the booth and like maybe he can run it? I don't know.
I don't think Tom has any interest in working. I think he just wants to show
No,
up.
I don't.
Yeah.
I will say this. I was talking about like a couple buddies of mine. I'm like, Brady as an offensive coordinator would be real. Like, if he actually truly dialed into it, it'd be sick. Like,
no, if he was like willing to be competitive about like to that level and come in and work damn near insane hours a week, like 70 hours a week, he'd be damn good at it. But he's trying to at least like paint that he is like this big family man and like wants to spend more time with his kids. That's why he does commentary
like my kids.
Actually like his kids, yeah. They probably spend more time with Giselle
Jordan, I swear.
Just more football, please.
Yeah.
So yeah, is there anywhere the Patriots are like can take advantage of anything? I guess like their run game sucks. They're probably gonna be missing Pierce and Mixon again.
If you are going to take
Nico Collins isn't going to be there, so you got Gonzo versus Diggs,
which should be a fun matchup, honestly. If there's a part of the Texans you got to take advantage of, I don't completely love their linebackers, like Al-Shaair and Henry.
So run hard.
Henry. You could probably get like when you get to the second level, you could probably get like some good runs against them. Like their secondary is a little.
It's scary.
It's scary, but like they're not like. Petre's a good tackler, but like Stingley's not the best tackler. Lassiter, he's all right. Bullock is a. Listen, he played at USC. I can tell you this right now. He's a bit of a pillow.
As are USC safeties, who, by the way, lost.
Noah Hufanga is not a pillow. But yeah, no. Yeah, that's kind of all I can really think of. Like the run game on both sides is kind of, and maybe hope Drake Maye just makes like a throw or something that makes go holy shit, and it's a huge chunk and kind of knocks the wind out of Houston for a moment, and maybe
we gotta get into our bag of tricks a little bit.
Yeah, the way you beat them is if you want to have even just a puncher's chance of this one is you just gotta kind of punch them in the face. Like, just go aggressive early. Don't play conservative with these guys. Just fucking go for it right away. Like, I don't think I'll ever utter this sentence again. when I say this. Be as aggressive as Brandon Staley for a game.
Ugh.
Like, I would go for every fourth down. Don't fuck punting the football. No, because if you punt the football to these guys, it's probably a death sentence. Like, if you think about it, right? Like, their offense is so good. Like, and it's such a matchup nightmare that I'm just like, you know what? Go out swinging.
I'm actually I think if you're gonna win, you're gonna have to get back to your roots a little bit. You're gonna have to go back to that week one. And
Big to the hill.
the Texans are not going to be making the same mistakes as the Bengals did because the Bengals they're the Bungles right now. Like they're in bad straits. But you're gonna have to ground and pound. You're gonna have to command the time of possession. You're gonna have to set the tone in the trenches and hope that's enough. You're not gonna be beating these guys in a boxing match. Like they just have too much stuff. You're gonna have to outsmart them. You're gonna have to outthink them. You're gonna have to just take them to the hill. That's all you can do.
Yeah, I mean, I don't
Play scrappy.
completely disagree.
Scrap it up, muck it up. That's what we gotta do. You gotta play dirty. Not Keon White dirty, but you have to get dirty. You have to just screw this game up. You have to play like early Mike Vrabel Titans. Like you have to muck this thing up. Make it gross. I don't know what the comparison is. Like think of a team that was just
probably like the Steelers.
Yes, Steelers football. Like the Steelers of the last couple of years. And if Drake Maye is twice the quarterback that Kenny Pickett is, which I think we think that Drake Maye can be, and probably already is because Kenny Pickett blows, you can play Steeler football. Ramondre Stevenson is better than Najee Harris. I will stand on that.
Najee Harris is not good at football.
No, our offensive line, not great. But like I think the Steelers is good. You have to play Steelers football. You have to get down and dirty and muck this up and just try to come through with the win. So
yeah.
All that being said, it's probably all for naught, but I think that's how you win that game. You get gross.
Yeah.
Want to talk about some NFL stuff?
We could, yeah. The Patriots are kind of depressing.
Let's get some excitement. Robert Saleh fired after a couple of years as the Jets head coach. I think he finished 20-36 in his tenure or something crazy. I'll go look that up as we talk. But Ryan, what do you make of this Robert Saleh firing as they escort him out via security?
What I make of it is I think the Jets made, in theory, the right
20-36. I was right.
They, in theory, made the right call. So I don't think Saleh is the right head coach for the Jets.
He's Dan Campbell without friends. Like if Dan Campbell didn't have Ben Johnson and great defensive coaches, he's just rah-rah. Robert Saleh, he doesn't hire good friends. He doesn't have a lot of good friends.
Well, I do think there is part of me that does think as well that he is the scapegoat because of Nathaniel Hackett. And Aaron Rodgers, too. Like,
Did you hear the report that Saleh was considering firing Hackett before he got canned?
Was there
Rodgers has this organization by the balls.
Yeah. Well, dude, they said Rodgers is blindsided. I
bet.
Yeah, I don't believe
the way he's blindsided is like, really? That soon?
Yeah. Really? I mean, I was waiting to make that call personally, but okay. All right.
I would have done this 3 weeks ago. That's what I'm blindsided by.
Yeah. Oh, now we're okay. Cool. Okay. Yeah.
And, Albrecht is the interim head coach.
Albrecht is an intriguing coach for them. I don't know how great he is. What'd you say?
He wears a backwards hat.
Yeah, he kind of looks like a bit of a douchebag out there, but
I wear back with that.
I wear my forwards. Always rock the cap forwards. Sorry.
Okay, Colin, relax.
um,
I say is the biggest Colin Coward fan of probably anybody either of us know.
I'm not a Colin Coward fan.
I love Colin. I listen to his
I don't like
podcast.
any talk show, TV show, any of that shit. I hate it.
I love Colin.
I hate what fucking sports media has become. I'll be honest.
Well, welcome to the party. You are in sport media.
Yeah. I'll save it, don't worry.
I alone. Battling Kaleb Felger over here.
Anyway, fuck, back to the Jets. Let's be real here. The way Woody Johnson runs things is a fucking disgrace. Like,
a little bit.
They're terrible, man. They're fucking like outside of their pity win versus the Patriots, they've been mid at best. They're terribly run.
Who do you think has a better record over the last since Saleh was hired? Who do you think has a better record, the Patriots or the Jets?
It's the Patriots, isn't it?
The Patriots. They have 3 more wins.
Yeah. And we've been asked. And that you can say, well, Zach Wilson. Yeah, sure. Zach Wilson sucks. He also drafted the guy.
Yep. Joe Douglas, he's built a fantastic roster, but the quarterback he hasn't been able to nail. And Rodgers, as much as he still has the arm talent to be a very, 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 very good quarterback in this league, his personality is getting the better of him.
Well, dude, his decision making is fried too, and you can tell. Just
he doesn't care. Really, he doesn't really care. He's gonna try, and he's gonna try to win, and he's gets mad when he loses. But play to play, he seems a little disengaged. I don't think he cares that much. Heart's not in it. I feel like he's forcing it.
I think he wanted to kind of, make it up to the Jets for a season because it's kind of like, listen, like my first game as a Jet, I tear my Achilles. Let's have a redo. I think after the season, he might just walk away.
Especially if it's not good.
Because at what point would he have to gain? Like, if you're Rodgers,
41,
right?
Your mobility is getting
worse. He tore his Achilles at the worst possible time. Like, you look at like a guy like Brady who suffered like a torn ACL, right? Or Breeze of his shoulder. Granted, Breeze, also.
Brady was like 30 when that happened.
Yeah, 31.
Of course, you know that to the year.
He was born in 77 and it happened in 2008. So
I don't even know what year Brady was born. You
really don't know that?
I didn't know.
Wow.
If you made me guess, 77 would probably be in like the first 3 guesses that I had. But wow. I didn't know it off the top of my head.
Okay. Well, I'm a loser.
Sicko.
Listen, I'm the Brady tart for a reason. That's what some of my boys call me, so I guess that's who I am.
Us especially. But yeah, the Jets, I don't see this getting any better. I don't even think it's going to be a new coach.
Okay.
Until how much was Robert Saleh really impeding the offense? Because the offense is the problem.
Yeah, if you give it to Nathaniel Hackett, your problems go away. Here's the problem: Aaron Rodgers loves Nathaniel Hackett. I don't know, like, is Nathaniel Hackett a funny guy? Like, is he a fun guy to be around? I actually genuinely
Broncos fans don't find him to be very fun.
No, but like the term vibes guy in sports, where like you bring in a guy, he kind of sucks, but everyone just likes him as a person.
That's what I thought Dan Campbell was, and they started ripping off wins. I was like,
Yeah. Nathaniel Hackett, kind of to me, at least for Aaron Rodgers, is like the vibes guy.
He's there to
Like,
just keep Aaron happy. Yeah.
yeah. Yes, Aaron. I do think vaccines are bad.
Yes, Aaron. I really do think that Robert F. Kennedy was leading all those polls.
Yeah. Yes, Aaron. I do think bear meat tastes good.
I'll do ayahuasca with you.
Yeah. Yo, Aaron, your raw milk tastes really good, man.
Gross. But yeah, the Jets, they're going to be better than us, but it's not going to be that much. Juju Smith-Schuster, 7 catches, 130 yards versus the Saints on Monday Night Football. Excuse me. How disgusting is that to see?
Leave it to Andy Reid to get a career.
Seriously, yeah. I don't think that was a indictment on like, oh, we couldn't get anything out of Juju. I think that was an indictment, or not, a real like celebratory round of applause because Andy Reid is phenomenal.
You make an argument. There is an argument to be made. He's the best coach ever.
Yeah, there's also
Patriots fans won't like it.
There's an argument about that quarterback too. They go hand in hand, brother. They go hand in hand.
Yeah, I would say there's a little
listen. I'll
when it comes to New England.
I'll put it to you like this. I'll put it to you like this. Through 100 games, who is better? The first 100 games. Let's just put it right there. We got to get you to say that, and then we'll revisit in 20 years.
If you want to get me going, you're gonna get me going. The stats are way different in the fucking 2000s compared to.
Oh, you baby!
No,
it's not even close.
Correct.
It's not even close. Mahomes has three MVPs.
Objectively correct.
3 MVPs in his first 100 starts.
You know what? Okay, you know what? I'm gonna say this right now. MVPs are the most overrated fucking thing.
Oh, you baby! I'm
objectively correct on this. It's a media award.
That's childish.
No,
that's
okay,
and
look
listen.
At
I'm
some
not
of
saying
Peyton Manning's MVPs and tell me he's earned them.
I need to go back to the season.
Go tell me those were fucking Peyton's MVPs.
I need to go back to see the season. They are a glorified best quarterback award. I'll give you that.
I don't like the award in general, though.
Because Brady only won 3?
No, because I don't. Trust me, actually, if you look at the years Brady's won MVP, he didn't win the Super Bowl. I prefer Super Bowls.
It's true. Listen, I'm not saying MVPs on their own are really strong, but Mahomes has both.
Sure.
And he's clear cut the best guy. Brady.
I don't think he's the best guy in the league right now as of this season. He's not played good football this year. I'm gonna call a spade a spade.
If we're looking at this year isolated, sure. But when we're talking about the year to year, when we're talking about
post Brady, sure. But right now, I don't think.
Well, that wasn't my point. That wasn't my point. When Brady was playing in when we call his prime, let's talk about 2010 to 2016. Let's call it for now. 2010 to 2016, his prime years. Brady wasn't always the clear-cut best quarterback year in, year out.
Yeah,
Mahomes is.
I wonder who
he is crushing everybody else. And it's not even close.
His competition was literally 3 or 4 of the top quarterbacks ever.
The quarterback competition has gone down, but Mahomes is still clear-cut.
Because it's like running a track race against fucking me. If you're I'm sorry.
What are you going to say if Mahomes three-peats?
Nothing, because I'm just gonna fucking be buried in the hole.
But
I cannot stand Kansas City. So
did he win the Super Bowl MVP this past year?
Yeah, he did.
Then did he win it against Philly? I think he did, right?
Did Kelsey ever get a Super Bowl MVP?
I don't think so. I know that Mahomes won it the first one. I'm looking up KC versus Philly Super Bowl. Did he win that Super Bowl MVP? Super Bowl MVP. Yeah, Mahomes won. That was his second. So if Mahomes goes 4 for 4 for Super Bowl MVP, Listen, it's hard. It's hard to argue against that. The resume is starting to add up.
I don't care. I know who was the best, so it's okay.
Yeah, so do I.
And
For
get
now.
off your knees.
For now, I'm on my knees. Listen, there's a reason this audience loves you more than they love me.
Some right.
Yes, they agree with you. I'll go that far. But if you want to go on record with agreeing,
You
with
also actively hate your audience, so
I do hate Patriots fans. I do. Listen to too much
fans, I
Felger.
love you guys.
I listen to too much Felger.
Yeah, I can tell.
I'm just saying the resume. It's starting to get close. It really is. It's really starting to get close. What else did I have on?
Let's have another conversation. Is Drake Maye play at a quarterback school?
Huh?
Remember that one guy we were fucking arguing with? Drake Maye is not a good quarterback because he doesn't play at fucking North Carolina.
Oh yeah,
North Carolina.
You hear that way more often than you probably should. Like just in general. Oh, he's not gonna be a good quarterback because he went to this school. Like, what? If he's a good player, he's a good player.
Congrats to Drake. Congrats to Drake Maye versus CJ Stroud on the.
Drake Maye still has to prove it.
Helmet Scouting Bowl.
The Bengals are 1-4.
Everything I've said about them still applies. Fire Zach Taylor. Fire Lou Anarumo.
The Bengals are a little cheap. I don't know.
Joe Burrow is like on his mid 2010s Drew Brees arc. Where he's like putting up monster games, but like the defense is just shite every fucking week.
Yeah, at least it's not in garbage time like Drew Brees was. He's actually competing in these games. Listen, there's one thing we can agree on is Drew Brees being massively overrated.
I think he's kind of getting underrated, Jim. He might not.
I know you're not saying that. You were on the front lines with me. Don't tell me that you like.
I was until I saw that there were a lot of people that were actually starting to kind of forget how good Brees was. I'm like, okay,
Brees is a top 8 quarterback of all time. I'm not putting him any higher.
I think he's closer to top 5 nowadays.
Oh, you're on crack.
I am not on crack.
You're on crack. Drew Brees was not that good. There is no GM in football ever that's putting Drew Brees above Tom Brady, above Peyton Manning, above Aaron Rodgers, above Patrick Mahomes.
I take Brees over Rodgers. I've changed my mind on that.
Oh, you're
I'm correct on that.
Inexcusable. No good football mind in history would ever say that Brees had nearly as much talent as Aaron Rodgers did.
No one gives. Okay, talent's kind of overrated, though.
That is literally the standard if you're a good quarterback. Do you have any talent?
Yeah, Brees is a great quarterback. What are we doing here?
He's top 8 all time. I'm not putting him over Rodgers. I'm just not doing it.
Fine, you don't have to.
Wizard. He was a wizard with the football.
Bow out bitch, bro. Like Rodgers, Mr. Captain Throwaway. Protect the stats.
And Drew Brees had so much playoff success himself.
Talent did so fucking well against.
What did Drew Brees do in the playoffs?
About the same as Rodgers.
Yeah, so when it's all even and then talent's all we have left, it's Rodgers.
Brees is a better overall quarterback than Rodgers was.
In what way? He wasn't more accurate.
IQ.
He didn't have a stronger arm.
Oh, Brees is fucking insanely accurate. What are we doing here?
Yeah, and Rodgers is even more accurate.
Is
not
he
even
more
close.
accurate, or is he just...
Drew Brees has never made a throw where, like, wow, nobody else could really make that throw. Rodgers, until Mahomes showed up, Rodgers was making throws. God. Oh, my God, nobody else could make this throw. He's a pill. He's a pill, and he's impossible to work with.
He's also a pillow.
Yeah, Brees was a pillow, too. He didn't win anything.
Brees is a lot more of a dog, I'll tell you that.
Not even if it's like a Chihuahua versus a Shih Tzu, then like okay, whatever.
Hey, no shit to slander.
Oh, I don't care. I'll say it.
I'll fight you on that.
Little dogs are not dogs. They're accessories.
Fuck you.
They're accessories. If you're gonna get a dog,
get an accessory.
If you're gonna get a dog, get a Get a real
get a Shih
5'1".
Tzu. Shih Tzus rule. No. See, I don't care as much about Breeze versus Rodgers or any of this shit. Even when it comes to Brady, do not disrespect Shih Tzus.
Their accessories. The girls put them in their purses and walk around.
No, they're
with
dogs.
Them.
My little Bowie is a dog.
They might as well be a keychain.
Fuck you. Yeah, see,
the NFC North, all four teams have winning records.
Up a little, and muster up enough, a little bit of passion for a Rodgers versus Breeze debate. Because all in all, it's I think I Breeze at 5 and Rodgers at I don't fucking know 6.
Rodgers is at 4 or 5 for me,
but
and Breeze is at 8. There are 7 quarterbacks I would comfortably take over Drew Brees.
Dude, yeah, see, I don't care about that anymore. You called my dog an accessory.
It's literally
King Bowie an accessory.
It's like Mace in a purse. You just have it in there.
A 25-pound purse? That's a fucking heavy ass purse.
It's a little ass dog. As Big Zoe would say, I'm thinking shit's big.
Fuck you. Bowie's life matters.
We have so much more. The NFC North all have winning records. That's insane.
Yeah, that's the best division in football. I'm not shocked.
It's not even close. Wait, there's the Bears have a winning record?
Dude, you know what? We need to talk about this. Kaleb Williams is on the fast track to being the greatest quarterback in Bears history after 5 weeks. Which, listen, I'll say this right now. It's not saying much. The Bears' history, they've never had a 4,000-yard passer.
And that's crazy because Jay Cutler
I don't think the Jets have had one either, actually.
The Jets never had a 4,000-yard passer?
No, I don't think they have. Or they haven't had one since Namath or something like that.
There's no way Namath was throwing for four racks in the
Dude, I saw it. It was insane.
Jets passing yards season record. Namath had 4,000. Wow. Can you name who was second?
Second in terms of single yards in the season?
Yeah.
Chad Pennington?
Nope.
Okay, what era of Jets football?
In the last 10 years.
Oh, Fitzmagic?
Yeah, Fitzmagic. Mark Sanchez hit 7th in 2011.
Wait, so how many did Fitzmagic have? Was it 2015? Or was it 2016?
Yeah, 2015. Yeah.
Okay, so how much did Fitzmagic have in 2015?
39.05.
The fact that it's the second in your all-time seasons is...
He had the most touchdowns.
Dude, oh my God.
Is Fitzmagic the greatest passer in Jets history?
Fuck. But no, back to the Bears, dude.
Joe Namath threw 28
If you want to look at another
Good
tragic history of just quarterback play, dude, the Bears are just abysmal. Yeah. With that being said, Kaleb Williams he's figuring it out. The first couple of weeks, you could tell he was pressing it, making some poor decisions, not playing his best football. The kid's figuring it out now.
And then the final one I have, you have a Cleveland Browns rant?
Yeah, I mean, do I want to get to it today? What I'm going to say is this.
What about the Cleveland Browns really upset you this week?
The fact that the ownership is clearly holding back actually a pretty solid roster.
Especially
Deshaun Watson. Deshaun Watson is unplayable, and they're going to continue to play him. And Kevin Stefanski has no choice but to play him because I've already kind of repeated this enough, but you gave how many million guaranteed to this guy, and his cap hits are what? He's got a $70 million cap hit next year, all guaranteed. Listen, on Sunday I was a lot more passionate about it. I texted you, I'm like, I'm gonna fucking skewer these guys. But honestly, all I see is just a team held back by an incompetent owner in the Cleveland Browns. You know what? Here's where I'll rant, actually, because I've had to hear this, and you got your Bruins sweater on. It's hockey season. I've had to
Kick it off
hear.
tonight. Puck drop against Florida.
Yes, sir.
Spoil that banner.
Listen, I have more optimism, even after post Swayman shit in the Bruins than I do with the Patriots. So there you go. I'm not even a
Well,
Bruins
listen, the
fan.
Bruins are actually a very good hockey team, and
They are. Oh,
they
okay.
never
Sorry.
really burn you. Like you kind of go in knowing what you're gonna get.
mean, the Florida year where they
Listen,
choked
in the
pretty good
playoffs,
lead.
I kind of just expect them to choke.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay,
Unless it's
sorry.
against the Leafs. The Leafs are guaranteed to win.
Yeah. Did you watch the Amazon hockey documentary, by the way? Like,
No, I did not.
dude, it's so good. I watched the
I hate
first.
Jeremy Swayman.
I
Why would
watched
I
the
do
first
that?
episode. It's with David Pasternak and William Nylander,
Oh,
and it's really good. It's
I hear
all
Steve
access
Dangle's
to.
in it.
Dangle was in it. He looked like a fucking. You look deranged, and I'm like, I was like watching him. I bet I'm like, oh shit, it's Steve. um. Anyway, back to what I was gonna say though, and this is where I'll tie this back to the Cleveland Browns and hockey. I'm a Columbus Blue Jackets fan. We're
We're
situated
so
in the
sorry
state of
for you.
Ohio. What'd you say?
We're so sorry for you.
Oh fuck, dude! It's obviously like with the tragedy and shit, but like fuck, we also just lost our captain for the majority of the season and one of our promising young players for the majority of the season.
You guys have more talk of this to look forward to this week with Tristan.
Fuck. Anyway, a lot of Jackets fans want our owner to sell the team. I don't know if I agree with that. You know who they want to buy the Columbus Blue Jackets?
Elon.
Jimmy Haslam,
Ew.
the owner of the Cleveland Browns.
Why? So you could give Patrick Kane a mega deal?
Oh fuck. No, we would sign Patrick Kane like to like a 5 by like
Why don't you
11 and a
give
half.
Milan Lucic a max contract?
Yeah. And I argue with the Cleveland Browns side of the Blue Jackets fan base because we're kind of split. Like some Penguins fans. Fuck. I see my brain's more into hockey and football right now.
On Drake Maye week, no less.
Some Browns fans, some Bengals fans, some Steelers fans. It's kind of funny how they all mash up together. I've talked to the Browns side of this fan base, and they, for some reason, have this love for Jimmy Haslam. And I don't get it. I don't get it. Look at your history. You guys have sucked.
Maybe the worst team in pro sports.
Do you guys never remember you were the running joke of the NFL before Baker Mayfield and them took you to the playoffs?
And even
like
then, you were kind of fraudulent.
Yeah. And then Baker tore his shoulder. You jettisoned him out for Deshaun Watson because you guys need an adult in the room.
Oh.
The adult in the room.
Isn't that cute?
Deshaun Watson is your adult in the room.
Cool.
What'd you give him? $230 million guaranteed. What'd you trade for him? 2 first-round picks. I believe there's like 2 second-round picks, all that. You basically gave the Houston Texans their core.
That core we'll be getting very familiar with on Sunday.
Yeah. You literally gave them their best offense. You gave them their franchise quarterback and their franchise defensive piece in one trade. Great work, guys. But even before all this, look at their history, like in the 2010s. You let a homeless guy talk. You let a homeless guy talk you into drafting Johnny Manziel. In that same draft, the 2014 draft, which Kaleb, I want you to pull up the 2014 draft for me, at least the top 15.
The top 15?
And I want you to look at the names and look at who the Cleveland Browns selected in that draft. At 9th, I believe it was 9th overall.
9th overall? It was 8th. Justin Gilbert.
Justin Gilbert. Look at the names.
Justin Gilbert. He has one career interception.
Yeah. And he was also one of the biggest idiots. There was a red flag on him because he was a complete dumbass in college.
You took
What happened
him
in the NFL?
over
He was a complete
over
dumbass.
guys like Taylor Lewan, who I believe is still in the league.
I think Luan, he's on the verge of retirement. Like his knees are kind of fried.
Well, this is also
he was
like a draft
an
10 years ago.
awesome. He was an awesome tackle.
Odell Beckham Jr.
For the Titans. One of
Aaron
the best
Donald.
receivers of the 2010s. Halt, the greatest defensive player of our generation.
Zach Martin.
Arguably the greatest guard of our generation.
CJ Mosley, solid linebacker.
One of the better linebackers of our generation.
Brandon Cooks.
One of the most underrated players of our generation.
After Johnny Manziel, I believe D Ford is still nope, he's not in the league anymore. Jason
DeMarcus
Rhodes.
Lawrence.
I didn't get that far.
Oh.
Jimmy Ward, Bradley Roby,
Two really good players.
Lawrence, Joel
DeMarcus
Bitonio.
Lawrence. Really good player.
Listen,
Who
we
ended
can
up- Joel
criticize him
Bitonio
as much
became
as
Brown.
you want. You can criticize him as much as you want. Derek Carr would have been a better pick than Johnny Football.
Yeah, Derek Carr at like 22nd overall would have been an excellent draft pick.
Franchise quarterback.
Like, and that's just
Alabama
one
way.
draft alone. 2015. I believe
Devontae
they took-
Adams, Jimmy Garoppolo.
Yeah, not good. Granted, like some of it's hindsight, obviously, no shit, but like you took Justin Gilbert over.
To think you could have had Aaron Donald and Derek Carr.
Yeah,
Woo!
that's just 2014. I want to say in 2015 they took, was it Cam Irving?
2015 NFL draft. Cleveland.
They took a terrible offensive lineman.
Danny Shelton.
Danny Shelton. Okay, Patriot legend. What year? No, they took Cam Irving that year too, right? Or was it 2016?
He won a Super Bowl. Danny Shelton with us.
Yeah. Danny Shelton was but that's the thing, right? Okay, you look back a year prior, you took Danny Shelton. Why?
And they took Cam Irving. Yep.
Yeah. Why'd they take Danny Shelton? Because a year prior they passed up on Aaron Donald. Holy shit.
You know who they
dude.
could have had instead of Danny Shelton?
Oh no. Who?
Eric Armstead.
Oh. Holy shit. And Armstead's still in the NFL, man. He's still a really good player. Not good.
Not great.
Not great. 2016. Oh, who did they take 2016?
That
trying to think of-
was Cleveland. Corey Coleman.
Ugh. Ugh.
Over Taylor Decker.
Okay, granted, the 2016 first round receivers were terrible. Ugh.
Taylor Decker.
That was a really good
At the
player.
end of Joe Thomas's career.
Yeah. It's a really good player.
That's the only really big miss.
And they traded Joe Thomas that year, or tried to trade him at least, to Denver.
2017 Myles Garrett. We don't need to.
I mean, that's a whole like slant. Even like they'll like
Baker
guys like
Mayfield.
Mahomes and shit win the draft. Like, fuck. I mean,
Uh,
Myles Garrett's a slam dunk.
They didn't have a first round pick in
2018. They took Baker Mayfield and Denzel Ward. Great picks, actually. Like Baker Mayfield actually looks like a first overall kind of player now.
All right, what's your point on Cleveland here?
The point is they were fucking the biggest lolcow in football for fucking years. And they're a complete lolcow now. Their quarterback's a fucking lolcow. And he's a fucking... you know what? There's enough cases to say it. He's objectively a sick fuck of a human being. I'm sorry.
Mhm.
Like, that guy sucks. Everything about Deshaun Watson sucks. You're handcuffed to him. And I'm supposed to hear from, fans of my team in the NHL that this guy would be a fucking great owner for us? Are you fucking joking me? I'm supposed to hear about how he's a great fucking owner? Your owner right now is forcing your team to hold a guy that I don't even know would be... I don't know if Deshaun Watson is a starter in the NFL anymore for any team.
Mm.
I don't even know Deshaun Watson. Like Deshaun Watson, he would probably be an XFL guy at this point if he wasn't making the money he was making. And let's be blunt about it. Like you watch him play, and you're like, who? Like you would tell your kids one day, like, or even like if you told like someone like 4 years ago that Deshaun Watson would be unplayably bad, they wouldn't believe you. They'd be like, well, no, he shouldn't be like amongst the best in the league. Yeah, he should. But he's garbage. He's unplayable.
And you don't want that touching your Blue Jackets.
I don't want the ownership touching my favorite hockey team, but I don't. I look at the football team and the Cleveland Browns. I'm like, this is a good roster. Like, you look at the roster, right? It's not bad. Like, they should be competing. They should be punching.
But
Right
one
now,
ownership decision has handicapped them for the next 3
well,
years.
and you look at like Stefanski's, like, we're not changing quarterbacks. You know why?
Because
the owner is telling him, no, we're not changing quarterbacks. Jameis Winston in 2024. Imagine saying you'd rather Jameis Winston starting for your team than Deshaun Watson.
I'm not convinced that Jameis Winston would be any better.
Mm,
I think Jameis Winston's horrible.
I don't know, dude, because you look at like, dude, Kevin Stefanski was making fucking chicken salad out of chicken shit with Jacoby Brissett. He was doing it with Joe Flacco, and I know Flacco's having a little bit of a career renaissance right now, but like, how is it that every quarterback that's come into Stefanski's offense can work the offense, but Deshaun Watson? It doesn't matter. Yeah, we can get to picks if we want to do that. Yeah. Anyway, just
one last sentence. Go.
What's up?
One last sentence. Go.
Okay. The Cleveland Browns are a joke. There.
Amen. All right. Thursday Night Football this week. The 49ers are heading to Seattle to take on the Seahawks. The Seattle Seahawks are 3.5-point underdogs. And before I forget, last week you beat me 10-8, and you're actually 500 on the spread. 30-30-2. I am 27-33-2. I got a ways to go. Wouldn't be making a lot of money. But all right, you're up. Seattle at home versus the Niners. The Niners are 3.5-point favorites. Who do you got and why?
I have the Seattle Seahawks winning outright. Like,
why?
You know what? The 49ers defense under Brandon Staley has not been good. They have not been that good, man. They have not been that great of a football team, to tell the truth.
Well, they have their former coordinator out on his ass. So
the 49ers have been a little concerning. And the Seahawks have been playing great football, man. I know they lost to the Giants, but before that, they were playing great football. Geno's balling out, like, statistically. I think they're going to take the win. And it's a divisional matchup, and the Seahawks are at home, right? So, I don't know. I think Seattle's going to take it.
Up next, as I take Seattle both ways too. You made all the points for me. The Jaguars are heading to Chicago to take on the Bears. The Bears are 3.5-point favorites.
That's in London.
Oh, that's in London. Excuse me. Yes, I'm taking the Bears both ways. The Jaguars are one of the worst football teams in the league.
Yeah, Bears outright.
They got figured out.
And
the Cardinals,
will this be the week that Doug Peterson gets tarmacked? No, because they're staying in London next week because the NFL wants the Jaguars out of Jacksonville.
And then Drake Maye will probably beat them in London too.
Yeah, and then that's when he gets tarmacked. The second he touches American soil again.
The Cardinals are headed to Lambeau to take on the Packers. The Packers are 5-point favorites. I hate this line for them. I'm taking the Cardinals both ways. Like, come on. They are electric. They are fun to watch.
Yeah, I'm going to disagree and take the Packers. At least to win. I think the Cardinals cover, though.
I'm feeling the Cardinals vibe. I am. I'm with it.
Okay. I'm not I see it. It's just I think the Packers are going to win.
And part of me would thought that Jordan Love wasn't back yet. Like I think in my brain I was just kind of rambling. I don't. Do I want to change my pick?
No, because I think the Cardinals are going to cover. So I mean, like,
No, I
they're going to
definitely
keep it
won't change.
close.
I think you're 100% right on the spread. But outright, Packers are dealing with some injury at receiver. I'll keep it. I'll ride the wave. Even spread. Colts at Titans. I'm taking the Colts easy. I don't see it with the
Colts.
Titans team.
Is it going to be Richardson or Flacco? Because I mean, either way, I'm taking the Colts. But like,
Richardson should be good to go.
all right, I was going to say Flacco. Dude, Joe Flacco's actually been like the past like year, like since he got like those like starts in Cleveland, it's just been like an electric factory out of nowhere.
Tampa left for New Orleans early this week due to Hurricane Milton.
Yeah.
Shout out to our Florida viewers if we have any.
If you're on the
Looking for
Gulf
you.
Coast, I really hope you're staying safe because I got no I listen, I'm a loser. I have the notifications for the Weather Network or whatever Weather Channel. I saw that like it's
It's a Cat 5.
continuing to strengthen.
It's a Cat 5 right now,
Yeah,
and it's on its way.
I'm really scared for the people in Tampa and all that shit. I hope everyone there on the Gulf Coast is staying safe.
Yep, we're thinking of you. And hopefully you make it through all right.
Yeah. Hopefully everything
Tampa
safe.
is 2.5-point favorites, and that line is going to grow with Derek Carr not being in. I'm taking Tampa both ways.
I'm taking Tampa
They're winning at
outright.
home.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm taking Tampa outright.
Cleveland is 8.5-point underdogs as they go to Philly to take on the Eagles. The Eagles are super disappointing. The Browns suck. Where are you going with this? 8.5 points is a lot.
I just skewered the shit out of them. I still have, with that being said, 8.5 is a lot, but Deshaun Watson also can't throw a football. Okay, is Nick Chubb coming back? Like,
He was practicing this week, wasn't he?
Because, like, I don't know. Like, if Nick Chubb's in there, like, it kind of... There's at least, like, one reason to kind of, like, maybe say the Browns could cover that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I know it's such a big spread, but, like, Deshaun Watson's so trash. You know what? Fuck it. I'm going to ride it. Philly, both ways.
Is that your lock?
Let's... What do we got for the schedule? Well, I mean... Well, I'll come back to it. I'll come back to my lock.
I'm with you.
There's not another juicier game.
I'll take Philly both ways. Washington at Baltimore. Baltimore is 6.5-point favorites. I'm taking the upset. I'm taking Washington.
I am too, dude. Jaden Daniels has been quite the story.
And the Ravens are just kind of...
He's got to be the most electrifying rookie, or at least electrifying player for the Washington since RG3, like his rookie year. Like, when you think about it,
Good.
What were you gonna say?
I was going on the next game.
Oh yeah, we can do next game. I was just gonna say, like, most electrifying player in Washington recent memory.
LAC at Denver. LAC is 3-point favorites, coming off the bye. I'll let you go first.
I'm gonna take the Chargers both ways. I still don't. I mean, Denver played all right, but it's like the Raiders. I mean, fuck, the Raiders suck.
It's true. The Chargers aren't great, but I trust Harbaugh. I'll take the Chargers both ways as well. The Steelers are headed to Vegas to take on the Raiders. The Steelers are 3-point favorites. We don't know who's going to be starting at quarterback for the Raiders. I'm going to assume that's Aiden O'Connell.
Yeah, probably AOC.
I'll take the Raiders in an upset. This feels like a Steelers game where they just like kind of get punched in the face and like they kind of flail around like they do a couple times a year. Like this is like the Steelers play down game, you know?
I'm gonna take the Steelers just because like they're gonna fugly it up But
Listen, I got to do something to catch up to you. I got to take some of these dogs.
I know. I feel you. Well, that's what I mean. Like, there's like a lot of picks where I'm just like, you know what? I'll be either contrarian or I'll be the bold one. But this
Up
week
next.
I'm playing it safe a little.
Up next, the Lions are headed to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. The Lions are 3-point favorites coming off the bye.
I'm going Detroit.
You're going to Detroit.
Both ways.
Yep. Yeah. Dallas doesn't have a dog in them.
No.
And I'm not going to be the asshole who just like takes the other side just to get my spread bets up. Like, I don't. 3 points isn't a lot of points.
Right.
The Falcons are headed to Carolina to take on the Panthers, who just got smoked. Bryce Young finally saw game time again. The Falcons are 6-point favorites. Atlanta both ways. This is the lock.
Yeah. I'm gonna lock this one as well.
Oh yeah, just copy my lock of the week. That's fine.
You know what? I'll lock. You know what? Fuck it. I'll lock the Eagles Browns one. Fuck it.
Okay.
Let's go.
Okay. No, that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to change the text color, not the text. Okay. Up next, the Bengals are headed to MetLife to take on the Giants. The Bengals are 3.5-point favorites. I'm taking the G-Men.
Can you believe this is a Sunday Night Football game?
Nope.
Yeah,
it could be.
They were
entertaining.
going to put the Commanders and Ravens game on Sunday Night Football, but CBS is like, nope.
I respect it.
I know, but like, oh my God,
this game could be fun.
I'm taking the Bengals both ways.
I think this game could be fun.
It could also be fugly. Depends on which version Daniel Jones shows up.
And Monday Night Football, and don't forget to give me the points. The Bills are headed to MetLife to take on the Jets. The Bills are 2-point favorites. I'm taking Buffalo both ways. I'm sorry, the Jets stink.
Buffalo both ways, and Buffalo wins 35-14. I think they're going to crush them.
In my head, I went 30-20. We have a 1-point difference between each other.
All right.
50 and 49. All right. The moment you've all been waiting for. The New England Patriots are hosting the Houston Texans in their awesome red jerseys. I'm going to check the line again just to kind of see where we're looking at here, if it's updated with the May news. I have it written down as Houston -7.
Believable.
Touchdown favorite sounds about right. I am curious if they've updated it at all.
I mean,
and of course we get our spreads from DraftKings. The Houston's still -7. You can get Patriots money line plus 250.
Okay. Do you want to go first? You want me to go first? I can.
You seemed ready to go. I'll let you go first.
All right. I'm going to take Houston to win, but I have Drake Maye igniting enough of a fire to cover a 7-point spread.
I'm right there with you. I think they can muck this up enough to at least be within a touchdown. Win is a big task. Almost did it for the vibe, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I'll take Houston in a 20-14 effort.
I have Houston winning. I'm gonna say 28-24. And yes, I have a score 24 points.
You think we're scoring 3 touchdowns?
I think Drake Maye can do it. Like, he can lead the offense to 3 touchdowns. I can see it.
3 touchdowns. Ooh. It's a big task.
Dude, this is so sorry of us. That, like,
scored 3 touchdowns?
Dude, this is so pathetic that we're like, can we even get 3 touchdowns in a game? But you know what? The tide's got to turn eventually, right?
When was the last time the Patriots scored 3 touchdowns?
Oh my God, this is actually
10 months ago. This tweet from Sharp Football. The last time the Patriots scored 3 offensive touchdowns within the first 23 minutes of the start of a game was October 21st, 2019.
Fucking, oh my God, that's bad. But they also have their best quarterback since, at least talent-wise, since the guy that played
Jacoby
the
Myers.
game. Jacoby Myers, yeah, shut up. Joe Milton.
All right, that's the show. Ryan, thanks for coming on. And not better. Thanks for being on. God, you're not a guest; you're a co-host. We'll be back Friday for a hockey show with one Tristan McKinstry of
Yes, sir,
Flex
baby.
Point. He's the lead NHL editor over there. And we're gonna talk some hockey. The Bruins puck drops tonight.
You'll get to hear me ramble a bit about my Blue Jackets. But
Looking forward to it.
Bruins fans that are listening, I'll say some nice things about you guys. Don't worry. We'll see. It'll be fun.
Where you gonna finish in the Atlantic?
Shit, where'd I have you guys?
It's a Patriots podcast. We can kind of break a we can have a little bit of a teaser. Oh God, I need to pull up that link again.
Where did I have them? I think I had. Oh, okay.
Second
you know
to
what?
Toronto, you loser.
Oh, did I have Toronto winning it? Okay, you know
did.
what? I do like the Maple Leafs a little bit. I'm sorry, Bruins fans.
Don't worry, Bruins fans. I'll have us winning it. Best believe. Maybe I'll have Swayman win the Vezina. I don't know.
Oh yeah, after that contract dispute, yeah.
He better.
Listen, okay, if there's even an award winner in the Bruins, I think Pass has a real chance at the Rocket.
Oh yeah. What? No Marchand for Lady Bing? All right, fellas.
Win the Lady Bing.
Enjoy the Patriots game this weekend. We will all be watching intently as Drake Maye takes the field for the first time.
Yep.
And we'll see you on Friday. Go Patriots and go Bruins.
Thanks for tuning in to this edition of the Foxboro BeatCast. Make sure you like and subscribe and follow us on Facebook and Instagram.